and start plotting against others and keep them from taking your place. God has a place for all of us. And when that time is up, you can start helping somebody else that they might be a better leader than you are. So often we want to stay in these positions until the Lord calls us home. But you ought to step aside when you can't go any further and start teaching somebody the right way. How to take over. How to take it further than you took it. You see, this is an ongoing process. But even as death holds in your voice, you can always testify by saying Christ lives. Christ lives. And when this body shall stretch out and the soul over to set us to praise, I will whisper, Christ lives. When I reach the golden gates, that password will be Christ lives. And when I get there, I want to bow down before the throne. I want to look and see my soul in an everlasting house. I will still say, Christ lives. I know he lives because he lives in me. I know he lives because he lives in my words. He lives in my walk. He lives in my talk. Do Christ live in you? What kind of house, what kind of material are you putting in your house? Will your house stand the storm? Will your house grow in the storm? The storm is going to come. And when it comes, you got to take hold of it and ride it out. Paul said you got to ride the storm. And the Lord will ride with you. He will keep you going. He will keep you in perfect peace if you trust in him. If you believe in him. Lord, I'm coming up with good material. But I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. Now the rough side of the mountain is the church. The church is the rough side of the mountain. Because in the church, you got to cry sometimes. In the church, you got to pray sometimes. In the church, you got to sing sometimes. In the church, you got to shed tears. But the Lord is with you. He will bring you up on the rough side of the mountain. If you trust in him, if you believe in him, he will bring you through. The rough side of the mountain. Where your treasures are, that's where your heart is. Trust in him. Believe in him. The doors of the church is open. And there be someone here today that need to trust and accept the Lord. This is your time to come. Trust in him. Believe in him. The Spirit is speaking to you now. The Spirit is talking to you now. Are you listening to the Spirit? Are you listening to that still, small voice saying to you, make your life my life. Build your life in my words. Build your life in my rules. Build your house that it will stand the storm. Build your house for your soul, everlasting life. Will you come? Shall we stand? Will you come? Trust in him. Believe him. Don't be ashamed. Listen to the Spirit. It's speaking to you right now. Will you be obedient? Will you be obedient? Come. There's somebody right now. The Lord is talking to you, speaking to you right now. Will you be obedient? Will you trust him? Dedicate yourself to him.